Believe it or not, I get really flattered when I go out at night and a guy tries to pick me up. It just gets really awkward when I gotta be like, dude, put me down. I was at a bar the other night and a guy comes up to me and he was like, damn girl, you got swagger. I didn't know what that meant. So I looked at Urban Dictionary, and the definition of swagger is confident or arrogant, walk or stride. Yeah, that's not much of a compliment. Telling a crippled girl she has swagger is like telling a deaf girl you like her accent. It would be like telling a girl Tourette's you like it when she calls nerdy. It would be like telling a Siamese twin that you want to fuck her sister. Better yet, it'd be like telling a midget that those high heels really accentuate her nubby little legs. Or my personal favorite, it would be like telling a girl on life support that you're a necrophiliac. Oh yeah, get used to it. But once we established that what he thought was swagger was really just a loose wheel, he still tried to flirt with me. I looked down and he's stroking my leg. I didn't know that was a proper form of flirtation. But if you're gonna flirt with a crippled girl, touch her somewhere she has feeling. I don't think it's too much to ask for you to grab my ass. And yes, sir, I'm talking to you. How you doing? I don't know what's more bold, the treads on my tires or the few guys willing to sleep with me. Sad but true. But the other guy, he puts a little line on me. And he's like, just so you know, if I were a dinosaur, I'd be the Pleasurosaurus. But he didn't stop there, because apparently, prior to its extinction, the Pleasurosaurus was a herbivore. So I thought to myself, a herbivore, what do they eat? Oh, that's right, fellas. I found out later that night. Crippled girl is put out. When the wheelchairs is squeaking, you must not come a peeking. I think I might write that on a bumper sticker for the back of my chair. Or maybe the equally accurate, my other rat is my vibrator. I ain't ashamed. A lot of people wonder why I do stand up. And honestly, it's to get back at that one group of people who has made my life a living hell. They're the bane of my existence. The bed sores on the ass of humanity. Fucking crippled people. They're always stealing my thunder. And my good parking. Even Jesus hates them. Yeah. Why do you think there's a stairway to heaven? Does anybody in here suffer from depression? Alright, that silence would indicate a yes. But I think everybody does have one point in life where they're depressed, and for me, it was elementary school. For 3 reasons, but first of all, that's when you learn what to do during a natural disaster. Which means, I learned I was screwed. Like during an earthquake, they tell you to get under the desk. Yes, you can. And then during a fire, stop, drop, and roll. Each of those 3 things I can do individually. Stop. I currently am stopped. Drop. Gravity is kind of my kryptonite. I drop a lot of shit. As for roll, I'm not even going to start to go there for you guys. You guys look like a smart bunch. The second reason I was depressed as a child, I never got to wear those lovely little light-up sneakers, you know? Because the only way I could make them light up was by running into a brick wall. Yeah, it's not as fun as it sounds. But lastly, I didn't really get invited to many birthday parties when I was little, because the other kids were jealous that they could never beat me at musical chairs. But I'm going to blame some of my depression and awkwardness as a kid on Jerry Lewis. It's all his fault. Because I would go to charity events and people would introduce me. They say, you know, this is Allie. She's one of Jerry's kids. And I'd correct them. I'd say, no, my dad's name is Ron. But then my mom eventually started to play along with it. And every Labor Day I'd turn on the TV. I'd say, Mommy, why is Daddy on TV asking people for money? Well, honey, that's how he pays his child support. Have you ever worked so hard, put so much time, effort, and dedication into taking a shit that you consider listing it on your resume? Allie Bruener. She can take a lot of shit. You bet your sore asshole I can. Speaking of poo, do you guys like chocolate? Yeah. Have you ever eaten any of those Dove chocolates? You know they have the pseudo-inspirational messages on the wrapper? Yeah, they're going downhill. I had one the other day. It said, unwrap and enjoy. In order for me to read that, step 1 is complete. As for step 2, enjoy. I don't like being told what to do. So I fed it to the dog. But apparently, dogs are allergic to chocolate. And that was not enjoyable for anyone. Some people say that I'm an insensitive bitch. And I am. But I'm working on it. You know, I started to get those chicken soup for the soul bugs. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know, that way I can learn to better relate. Unfortunately, the only ones I could reach were the ones in the bargain bin or the rejects. They just didn't really make sense, you know. The first one I picked up, it was chicken soup for the vegetarian soul. And then I saw chicken soup for the tree hugger soul. I thought that was a waste of paper. And my personal favorite, chicken soup for the deaf soul, which was only available on audiobook, on cassette, which is like giving a blind guy a silent movie on VHS. So the cop showed up at my house the other day. Yeah, but luckily it wasn't a real cop. It was Grandma's bi-weekly stripper. Yeah, the stripper wasn't high, just the frequency in which he came. You know which Grandma came. Yeah, old people sex is gross. Almost as bad as cripple sex. Oh, don't be jealous though. I get around, literally and figuratively. A lot of people look at me and they assume I have no common sense. So when they speak to me, they don't feel the need to use any common sense either. You know, I was at the mall the other day, and I was wearing my sister's track team hoodie from high school, and a lady comes up to me, and she said, Campbell County Track, are you on the team? So of course, you know, I smiled politely and said, why, yes I am. I run hurdles. All state bitches. Alright, one last thing. Let's see here. You know, I'm a pretty normal 23-year-old girl. Except that, well, I haven't had an abortion yet. But not to worry. It's scheduled for Monday. One quick question for you guys. Does anybody in here have a cripple fetish? Yeah, there's no joke there. I just want to know how likely it is that I'm going to get laid tonight. Alright, well that is going to be it for me tonight. You guys ready for your next